Welcome to another tech vid. Today, you'll learn how to perform common configuration tasks with a web control policy in Sophos Central. You'll start by learning several ways to configure web control, including the web control policy, as well as adding tags and category overrides for added granularity. Next, you'll explore the Sophos Labs Intellix portal, which can help you determine whether to allow or block a site. Then, you'll learn how to exclude a malicious site. And lastly, exclude websites from SSL and/or TLS decryption. Before you begin, you need SuperAdmin access in Sophos Central. Relevant documentation for this tech vid is linked in the description, so make sure to check it out for more in-depth information. Let's get started. Web control allows you to define the internet content users have access to. In some cases, a website may be blocked unintentionally under a specific category due to these settings. For example, if your web marketing team is unable to research a site due to the entertainment category. When allowing a site, there are several ways to do this. You can allow the category explicitly within the web control policy to allow all sites of that type. However, this may not be the best option, as allowing a broad category in your policy poses a risk of allowing unwanted sites, which can lead to unintended access to inappropriate or harmful content. Some more restrictive options are to assign a different category to that specific site, which will apply across all endpoints, or tag all desired sites, then assign an allow or block operation in your web control policies. This allows for more granular control. In situations where only a subset of users requires access, this is the preferred method. Start by going to General Settings, Website Management. Click Add. Now, enter the URL you wish to allow. In this example, I'll allow Netflix.com. The business-only web policy blocks entertainment and streaming sites like this by default. You can use the Category Override dropdown to define a desired category if you wish to allow the sites this way. As mentioned, you can add website tags for more granular control. Enter a new tag name or select an existing one. Suggested tags appear when you type. For ease of configuration, I'll name this tag Marketing Team. Ensure the website tags you use are specific to either a group of users or sites. If a single tag, such as one named Allow, is supplied more broadly, this can make it difficult to manage. Click Save. Next, add the tag to your web control policy. Go to Endpoint Protection Policies. Scroll down to find the relevant policy. Go to Settings. Make sure Control Sites tagged in Website Management is enabled. Click Add New. Choose the appropriate tag from the drop-down and set the desired action. Hit Save. Finally, ensure that this policy is enforced. Go to the Policy Enforced tab to verify this is enabled and not set to Policy Bypass. Hit Save one more time. You've successfully allowed a site through the web control policy. Confirm that the policy updates have been applied locally by checking the Policy tab in the Endpoint Self-Help tool. And you can see the site is now allowed. If you still see the website blocked message, the browser may have cached a previous response from the web page. Make sure to clear your browser cache or use a private browsing window when testing. The Sophos Labs Intellix portal can help you determine whether to allow or block a website. In some cases, malware could be detected on the site, or the site could be classified as malicious. You can quickly look it up on intellix.sophos.com. Enter the URL to check and click Analyze. Sophos Intellix provides a detailed hosting context analysis of the URL, including the certificates, DNS, HTTP server, and geolocation where it's hosted. The page content analysis provides a cloud lookup report using machine learning, Sophos Anti-Malware, File Reputation Lookup, and a reference with Virus Total when available. From these reports, you can understand the verdict and decide whether to exclude the URL. To exclude a website blocked by a malware detection, additional steps are required in the Threat Protection Policy, which is covered later. If you think the website is miscategorized, you can submit a recategorization request. To do this, go to the Sophos support portal and navigate to the Quick Links section. Select Sample Submissions and you're redirected to our Sample Submission portal. The URL to this page is also linked in the video description. Select the Web Address tab, fill out the required information, then click Submit URL. If you wish to know more about how websites are classified into categories, there's documentation linked on the same page, which gives a more detailed explanation. Next, you'll learn how to exclude a website that's been blocked due to a malware detection. Note, do not do this unless you're certain about the content on a website. This should only be done for sites you trust completely, websites you host, or sites where you're certain a false positive detection has been generated and you urgently need access. It's best to allow Sophos Labs to review the content of a site and update the website category accordingly, so an exclusion isn't needed. Open the Threat Protection Policy applied to your device. Go to the Settings tab. In the Policy Exclusion section, select Add Exclusion. Choose Website as the type, and enter the URL to allow. Click Add, and don't forget to save the policy. Lastly, I'll show you how to exclude HTTPS websites from SSL and/or TLS decryption. Sophos can only scan the contents of secure websites if you allow decryption. You may wish to exclude this to protect sensitive data, and some website categories are whitelisted by default. In some cases, the decryption and scanning can cause performance issues or site accessibility and loading issues, so adding an exclusion will address the problem. Note, we automatically block HTTPS websites that don't use TLS 1.2 or later. Most modern web browsers also block these pages by default. If this happens, you'll see this message stating the website has been blocked due to insecure encryption. To test if HTTPS decryption is the culprit, disable decryption. Go to General Settings, SSL or TLS decryption of HTTPS websites. Check the categories excluded from decryption. All listed categories are excluded by default. These exclusions can only be disabled or enabled, and you can't add or remove categories. To exclude specific sites, under Websites excluded from HTTPS decryption, click Add Exclusion. Enter the details of the website and click Add, and make sure to save. If site loading issues persist, there may be additional URLs being accessed when loading a site. In this case, use the developer tools in your web browser to find out which ones are being accessed and add exclusions if needed. And that completes our overview of common configuration tasks with Sophos Web Control. I hope you found this video useful. Make sure to check out the relevant documentation linked in the description. Join the Sophos community to stay up to date with our products, ask questions, and get answers from Sophos experts. And go to Sophos TechVids for more expert tutorials to help you maximize your products and stay secure. See you next time!